Hi, I'm Alex Cheblal and I work as a chef for private family between Palm Beach, the Hampton, New York, sometime in Europe and sometime in South America. I'm looking for people that want to change their life because you are what you eat. During my career, which started in Geneva, Switzerland, I worked for the best hotel there, l'Hôtel Richemont, Le Beau Rivage, also around at l'Abbaye de Talloires and some others, but also I went to Italy, I went to Japan, and in New York I studied with Daniel Boulou, Jean-Georges, Nobu. So I have really mastered 3 cuisine, which is, I believe, the 3 best culture in this planet, which is French, Italian, and Japanese. I don't do that simply because they really have a high level of hospitality, culture, fashion, and everything. So for me, being an Epicurean, I always look for something that is extremely high in quality, like the food we're eating. That's why now I change all my culinary skill into eating what is most efficient for my body, which come from the plant now. I love the adventure of doing everything with the dead animals, but at this level of my personal evolution and the information we have accessible, we are herbivore and we think to put the best fuel in this beautiful mechanic then the Creator have given us is to eat plants. So my purpose and my journey now is to teach others to put more plant in their body. I really believe less is more, so the adjective to define some kind of vision about me would be definitely minimalistic, romantic, because I'm French, so don't forget that, and eclectic, because you gotta be in the moment and you gotta grab whatever best is in different culture. You can't just label anything anymore, so you gotta be fluid, you gotta travel light, and you gotta have an open heart. I have changed my habit and my routine because I find out that to be in the flow, I need to take care of myself first and don't be influenced by anybody. So I start my day at 5 a.m. because I'm a morning person and I write what I want in this life. I start to manifest by journaling what I want. What I don't want, I never think about it because I don't believe it will be helping me. So at 5 a.m. I wake up, I put the intention of what I want in this life, then I do breath work. Breath work is the most important things that I advise everybody to do, especially the Wim Hof method, because it puts you in the space of charging your full body with the real food that we need on a daily, which is oxygen. So your blood becomes oxygen and you start to focus so you can really lead into meditation. So I wake up early, I do the breath work, I meditate. That takes me almost 2 hours every morning from 5 to 7. Then I will exercise, I run or do lift weights, I can do yoga to stretch. And then I will take a sauna, an infrared sauna, so I sweat a lot because I want to detox. And then I drink a lot of water. This is my breakfast. I don't really eat, and what I eat is totally different than everybody. I really eat the most quality food that I can put in my body. Of course, vegan, but oxygen is my first food, water is my second food. That's 80% of my fuel. Then I will eat some sprouts. But from 5 a.m. to maybe 10 a.m., I'm taking care of myself with nobody, no phone, no email, no television, no radio, nobody, no wife, no kids, no nothing, no dogs, nothing. just Alex, because Alex is number one, and Alex deserves to be taken care by Alex and be loving by Alex. And then I let the universe decide about what I want to do. So I take another hour to check my phone, to check my email and see if I have a client or not. If not, I let everything happen. Like my cooking, I don't make no money. I go to shop. Generally, I go to the farm, I visit the farmer, and I look at the vegetable. And if something is appealing to me, I pick it, and then later on I will cook it. But I still don't know what I'm gonna do. Like talking, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just talk in the moment. I just breathe because it put me back to the moment. I forget all the past. I try to never project about the future. If I want to be real, I'm real at that exact moment, because this is the reality I'm living with now. So doing this routine of loving and caring Alex, myself, is my priority every day. Then I can do other stuff for others, but it's not selfish, it's self-care. So I can help others, which is the mission. I select my clients when they come to me, and now they don't select me, I select them. Generally, they come from word of mouth, of friends of them, of family, than I helped before. So it's very interesting to let the process happen naturally. They're generally between 50 and 75, they're very educated, and they are ready for some change in their life because they want to go further. It's not just about making money, it's to be happy with what they have. If I wasn't a chef, I would definitely be a blah blah guy, because I love to talk and I have the gift of gab. I could sell your used car to your mother-in-law. But also, I think now more and more that my future will be about educating people about different lifestyle. So maybe a public speak could be another version of myself that could develop in the future. Again and again, for me, being connected to the present, I'm in the flow. And being in the flow is what I cherish the most. So being inspired doing new dish, it only happens when I don't expect. And I don't write recipe, which is maybe sad, but it's only for being in the moment. So creating is being in the moment. And my most fun things is to go to my friend, they are not professional chef, and open their fridge or look at the pantry and create a dish out of generally not great things, but this is where I'm very creative, and this is the way I cook for people. They never ask me for a menu because I cannot deliver a menu. I will be there with a bunch of vegetables and I will cook whatever I feel like. My favorite food, always been my number one dish, is a Moroccan dish that's called pastilla. And it's like a Napoleon it takes a lot of experience to be able to do that. It's like phyllo dough with pigeon meat, with some kind of scrambled egg, almond, cinnamon, but done like 100 times. It's for the king in Morocco. This is my number one top dish. Now I'm doing it a different way, but I don't even try to do this dish. I love couscous with vegetable or fish. I love great pasta that have been done à la minute with whatever ingredient that is there. But simple food, making it simple, that's what I love the most. There's some tradition I love the most, like Japanese food is very, very simple. But those simple things we see, it takes a lot of experience to do it well, and I'm very fascinated to that. I moved to Florida just after the big crash in 2008, 2009, when I lost almost everything, and I divorced my first wife. I had nothing to lose but to rebirth like the phoenix does so well. So I end up very sick, and I learned about a school that I never had time to go, which is Hippocrates Health Institute in West Palm Beach. And I rediscover my own term in my middle life crisis with the sunshine and the beautiful beaches of Florida. My 3 must-have ingredients in the kitchen is the best olive oil. That's for sure. I use olive oil never for cooking, but just for finishing and making dressing. I even eat a tablespoon of olive oil in the morning. I also now people making coffee, espresso with olive oil. And my second ingredient will be salt, sea salt, fleur de sel in France, with the top of the salt. Now you have Himalayan salt, but salt is super important. You cannot cook without salt. And you need the mineral of the salt. And the third ingredient is lemon. Because when I wake up, the first things I do always is to drink lemon juice. So I become alkaline. And also, instead of using vinegar, which is fermented, I use olive oil, salt, and lemon as my dressing for almost every vegetable. They could be raw or steamed. This is my basic vegan recipe for everything. Olive oil, sea salt, lemon. My iconic chef in America is definitely Thomas Keller, because he's very structured and he keep it simple. Again, I like to focus on simplicity, and I love his work, the cookbook that he did, Bouchon, and his place in Napa Valley, which is beautiful. I think it reminds me a lot of south of France. So going there give me really good memory from my experience in France. And then my biggest idol in France is Alain Sanderen, which is the nouvelle cuisine fusion of the old French tradition, the classic dish, to the new dish, which he created a kind of fusion back then that really make me more creative from his point of view. That was kind of a role model for me. I really would like to cook for the UN secretary or the people, it's called in France GAFAM, which is the owner of Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and Microsoft, because those 6 people are controlling this planet. And if I can make them a plant-based meal, we could change this whole planet and be more peaceful, not killing animals. Because we all know one law, the law of life, which is I shall not kill. And that includes the animal. In Miami, we have plant. Sacred Space, Winwood, the lady that put this restaurant together, have a vision because she loved the vegan and she did everything in her power to share this vision with others. So I really respect that restaurant. And also she have her own farm, so she grow the vegetable and cook the vegetable so we can share. So I really like that, and I think this is how restaurants should be. They should really be integrated between the farmer and the customer, having the chef in the middle. That's a great mission for the future of nourishing ourselves. And also I love ABC Kitchen V. That's Jean-Georges point of view on vegan restaurant in a carpet restaurant in Union Square in New York. It's a great minimalist restaurant with great food than anybody can like. So if you have friends, they don't like vegetarian, vegan, you bring them to this restaurant, they're definitely gonna think about eating more vegan later. I would love to do a documentary more and know about myself, where I can share maybe a small video about what I like to share with you guys. But if there's one documentary I like to do, will be how we can have a better agricultural system and become food sovereign. Because we forget we depend on 5 or 6 companies for all agriculture all over the world. And we having almost all the same vegetable, then we want it or not. They have been produced by somebody else that is selling it and distributing to us, so we don't have a real communication with it. So if there was a documentary, it's about how we can be self-sufficient, growing our own vegetable as a co-op, being a group of people, buying maybe a small land, and be really active of what we're putting consciously in this body. My bucket list is really to create a community where we can all live in peace together, bartering, not selling, not shopping, not anything, but just bartering. I cook, you give me massage. You give me massage, I grow vegetable. You build a house, I teach you painting. Something like that will make me very happy. That's a utopian dream, but there's some community that have been doing great job with it. None are really lead the things because we all do what we think about most of the time. So we need new ideas, new perspective, alternative way to evolve as human beings. That is something I focus on most of the time. My passion is definitely backgammon. I'm a big player of backgammon, and I think it's a great game to play with people. It's fun and easy, everybody can learn it, it's fast, I need to be always excited. I like skydiving a lot, I like everything that is doing with surfing, snowboarding, skateboarding, motorcycle. But now I'm getting a little old, so when I hurt myself, I cannot do anything for 2 or 3 months, so I'm more careful. So I stay breathing now. But my passion is one restaurant that I see in Jose Ignacio in Uruguay. It's called La Huella. It's the most interesting and beautiful and delicious restaurant I've met in my 35 years cooking career. Is La Huella, because over there I feel like you just have your friend coming to the restaurant. It's not a business transaction. Hospitality is the code of honor. It's not something we have to push from the manager. So this is kind of the retirement plan for a chef that loves to cook. Going to Uruguay, cooking for your friend. The most satisfying, personal client that I have was remission from cancer. Because when we know what we want, generally is to live more, experiencing this love we have with each other and ourselves. We can change, but what we're putting in the body, if we want to promote the cancer or starve the cancer. Because what we don't teach you is cancer operates in acidic, not alkaline. So if you eat more alkaline, you're starving the cancer. So people, instead of doing chemo, I'm not a doctor, but chemo is very aggressive. Then you have surgery that's very aggressive, and you have radiation. But if you eat a better diet and you really, really want to live, and you look for yourself because you have to research that, so you want it. I have clients that just, the doctors say, whatever you're doing, continue doing it, because they want to hear it's the carrot that help them, or the sprout, or drinking more water. Is just changing their diet. So when you see you have a relationship directly with nature, Mother Nature, and you're doing it, you're not feeding the shareholder of a company that is like making sure that they can sell their product with chemistry that we are not used to in a package that have a long life shelf. It's not good for us, but if you just cook something taking from nature directly and you're still alive, I mean, this is the best benefit I have from people that choose to give me not a good review on Google, but by staying alive more than 3 months, like the doctor say. I don't want to be remembered because I want to stay present to the now. So if you remember me now, not tomorrow, I'm the most happy, because this is the only reality I want to live my life in, here and now. My personal philosophy after a lifetime of searching is less is more. Is it really what we want to have more things? Because we can always have 10 Ferrari, 5 divorce, 20 kids graduating Harvard, have multinational company all over the world. But the things we never know is when we look at the mirror. Who are we really? So this is priceless, really, to be able to look at the mirror and see there's only the solution of what I want, because I can achieve it, because I become honest with myself, so I can trust the universe, become intimate, loving myself. That is the biggest bank account in my book. Less is more. I want to love myself. Finally, I surrender.